At 6,091 meters, Mount Pisang, nestled in the heart of Nepal's Annapurna region, stands quietly among the giants of the Himalayas. Unlike Everest Base Camp, Everest itself, or even Annapurna Base Camp, its name has never been touched by a song. But therein lies its charm. This underappreciated peak offers an intimacy with the mountains that few trails can match. A journey through untouched alpine landscapes, remote villages, and pristine trails that speak of raw, unfiltered beauty. Mount Pisang doesn't rush to welcome you. Here, the climb isn't about conquest. It's about patience, humility, and respect. Because as every climber knows, the summit is only reached when the mountain decides. For those who seek the road less traveled, Mount Pisang is a whisper of adventure in a world that often shouts. We touched down at Tribhuvan International Airport and settled in for the night at the Putala guest house, preparing to embark on our journey to Mount Pisang. After breakfast the next morning, we set off for Beshishahar, a municipality and the district headquarters of Lamjung district in Gandaki province of Nepal. There we will spend a night acclimatizing at a low altitude of 823 meters.
We just got out the outskirts of Kathmandu, in between Roaring and Langtang region, and en route to Beshishahar.
Along the way, we sampled some local delicacies, such as chapati and sel roti, a traditional Nepalese sweetbread.
I'm having chapati with local curry, and this is a sweet fried bread, and it tastes awesome.
It's spicy. This looks harmless, but it's very, very spicy. Even for me. It's 8 to 9 hours ride, very, very bumpy ride, but I miraculously slept through like 90% of the trip here. And then we managed to get like on some parts we managed to get views of the mountain and like snow-capped mountain, so there was like really nice layers of like thick clouds rolling in front of it, so I felt like I was glad I was awake during that part.
After an overnight stay in Beshishahar, we continued our journey towards the village of Chame, nestled at an altitude of 2,670 meters. Here we would spend the night acclimatizing to an altitude gain of more than 1,800 meters in preparation for the days ahead. After spending a night in Chame, it's time for an acclimatization trek to Upper Pisang Camp. where we will spend 2 days acclimatizing at 3,220 meters. That is an altitude gain of 550 meters. This crucial acclimatization period will give our bodies time to adjust to the thinner air at a higher elevation.
A lay person coming from almost to sea level country, coming up to a altitude that goes beyond 5 to 6 or even 7,000 meters. It is naturally our body will require certain adaptation because of our physiological changes. So just imagine a bag of potato chips, sealed potato chip. If you bring from a sea level and bring it up to 3,000 meters, and the whole bag will expand. Just like our body will also expand. When it expands, there will be some leakage, especially fluid leakage into our lungs or brains. So in this process, we really require some prior acclimatization for our body to adapt to a lower pressure environment, which means high altitude. So as it goes up, we need extra days for our body to compress and purge out the low pressure. So to curb this sickness, we need to follow this concept of climb high, sleep low. So it means we go up slowly, and then as it climbs up to altitude, that our body expands. And then before the body is trying to adapt to that environment, you come back down to a low altitude, which the body is very comfortable, and then it actually increase the rapid of acclimatization.
Currently, our chef is preparing the rations for food for the camps. Basically, we have base camp and 2 high camps. So these rations is actually separated or categorized to the various camps so that we have enough rations to last us through the expedition. So for example, we will have more substantial food at base camp, and then less substantial but high caloric rations for higher camps. Easy to cook. So that's the preparation. So that now they're sorting out all the different types of food to be carried up to the various camps.
Leaving Upper Pisang behind, the journey to base camp at 4,400 meters begins. An altitude gain of 1,180 meters awaits, a steady climb that tests both body and spirit. Though the trail is relatively easy, the elevation gain tells a different story. Each step higher thins the air, and for some, the struggle to acclimatize becomes a quiet battle.
We are now at 4,200 meters, and that is Annapurna to 7,200 meters.
As base camp draws nearer, the summit of Mount Pisang looms larger. The air grows colder. At 4,400 meters, the effort of the climb is etched into every weary step. But standing here, closer to the summit, the reward feels undeniable.
Hey Ed, what are we doing right now?
Yeah, this is our base camp. We came upon a pile of trash, perhaps left behind by the previous expedition. I guess, being we come to Nepal to climb. In respect of the Nepal homeland, I guess this is something we could do to help to clean up the trash. I guess just a message to send to all expedition team in the future. You want to come here to climb, be responsible. Be responsible as a climber as well as the Sherpas. Okay, educate the Sherpas if they do not know. Do not blame them, but blame yourself.
All right, it's looking a lot better than it was previously. But there's still bits and bobs of plastic that are definitely still around. Unfortunately, I don't know that we're gonna be able to get everything. But we do what we can, contribute what we can. Hey Ed, can you tell us a bit about why you take our the oximeter recording?
Oh, okay. I think as years goes by, technology improved. Oximeter is now become readily available for us to measure the amount of oxygen in our bloodstream. So that actually gives us a very good initial assessment to look at is a particular person is acclimatized well, and then there's a table for us to assess each individual how well they are acclimatized. So, for example, at 3,000 meters, there's a range between 85 to 90. So if the person blood oxygen in the bloodstream falls into this percentage or percentile, they will be deemed okay. But anybody fall below that, that's when we actually take additional notice, and also to observe any physical sign and symptom of mountain sickness.
Yeah, so as we are climbing, and we believe that every mountain had a god, and we're doing puja. So this is for give us permission, and yeah, so we are doing puja today, and yeah, we have got a lama, and his name is Penjing. Later soon we will see him. Yeah, soon.
Ascending to high base camp 1, where the air grows thinner and every step feels heavier. This is a journey into the heart of high altitude endurance. Breathing becomes harder, each inhale grasping for oxygen that seems to slip away. For some, nausea and a loss of appetite are unwelcome companions.
The wind is blowing. We're at Camp 1, High Camp 1. Tomorrow we go to High Camp 2, the next day we go to the summit. Thank God for us.
The average temperature hovers around minus 15 degrees Celsius, but the wind chill bites deeper, cutting through layers and bringing it down to a bone-numbing minus 31 degrees Celsius. The wind grows stronger as the trail ascends, a relentless force testing our resolve and resilience. The path to High Camp 2, where the wind becomes a roaring beast and the temperature plummets with every step. As you climb, your body starts asking questions it never asked before. We think we're ready for it. We trained for months for this. Our spirit burned to push on. In the end, none of it mattered, as the mountain whispered to us, "Not today."
So that was quite tricky coming down as well. But if we get lower towards the village, the wind has died down a little bit, so we're able to get it. I understand our base camp has been totally blown off. Base camp
There's a humbling truth every mountaineer learns. The mountain doesn't care about your plans, your grit, or your ambitions. We stood at the foot of Pisang Peak, the summit within reach, but as the winds roared and the skies closed in, the decision became clear. The final ascent wasn't ours to take. Surrounded by towering peaks and endless trails, it is easy to miss the true essence of Nepal. This isn't just a place you pass through. It's a place that passes through you if you let it. Personal ambitions are important, but so is connection. Sometimes the most meaningful moments aren't at the summit. They're in the pauses, the shared laughter, and the quiet beauty of a world alive around you.